I'm very excited to have with us Julia, the managing director from OTT, and her colleague Angelica as well, who will tell us something more about this wonderful opportunity that we bring to you from OTT and New Deal Europe. Julia, are you with me? Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if you can see me okay. Can you see
me?
I
can see you now. Hi. You have a very nice background, much better than I do. So yeah, thank you for coming on board on such a late notice. I mean, it can just show how agile and active OTT is. We're always catching opportunities, and I mean, I know OTT from my times when I used to work for Slovenian Tourism Board. It was always a shining example of the travel training academy system. But yeah, firstly, thank you for being here again. And can you tell us? I know that you come from New Zealand, and then did you have this? It's basically sort of your baby, OTT. Tell us more how everything happened and how it started. So
you're going way back now, yes.
Well, yeah. So I'm from Slovenia. I moved to UK, so it's always interesting to share these stories.
We are all international citizens at the end of the day, aren't we?
Of course.
So yes, I grew up in New Zealand, but I won't give you all the war and peace of my personal history. But yeah, I moved to the UK quite some years ago now, a few decades even. And I first of all set up a recruitment company. And then from that, we did some online training. And then that kind of moved into a lot of product training that was missing in literally having visibility by the trade. So from that, then launched a whole new business, which I called Online Travel Training, just over a decade ago now. And then from launching that in its early days, it was just really for the UK. And it grew very quickly. Within a few months, we had 5,000 people registered. And then it just started to grow very quickly, and people wanted training in different languages. So eventually we did a whole global build and built the platform after quite a lot of investment to cater for 17 languages all together.
Wow.
So non-Western characters as well. And now we've published 8 country websites, which are all geolocated to those nations. And it's really all about trying to get the suppliers and the destinations to educate the trade and reach them, particularly now that they're much more remote. They're already going remote anyway. In 2019, we had 30% of the travel professionals were working remotely. And now, of course, well, the last survey we did, it was 74%, but I think that's been periods of 100% as we've gone through lockdown and all the rest of it. And so educating the trade is really important because the consumers have so many questions. And we believe knowledge creates confidence, and confidence literally delivers sales. So you've now got to explain if your destination's open, if it's closed, just like you were saying it, or Robert was saying about Malta, that they accept paper vaccination certificates. Europe is about to move to digital, which is great. So information just keeps on changing. And the more you can understand where you're going to travel to, and you understand, if you like, the rules, then the more you can make that decision and go, right, okay, I know everything I need to know, and so I'm going with confidence. So that's essentially what OTT is trying to achieve through e-learning. So the courses then are where you can put all of your information, keep it up to date and change it like sort of mini trade websites, essentially, and be able to inform the trade, who inform the consumers that have the confidence then to travel. So that's really what OTT is all about, and we're delighted to create a lovely academy for New Deal Europe. Really.
That's amazing. That's really great to hear. I mean, I've been working a lot with American markets, and I know in America this is very normal. It's a huge country and people can't travel to all the travel fairs, so they prefer to get some sort of education, some sort of direct link to partners. So for example, if I'm a Balkan supplier, how will you convince me? Why would I need to have yet another tool? Is it because of COVID now and I can't travel, or is it just another tool that can help me? It's always present online. How would you present it to somebody who is with us today and wants to join us?
I suppose you can think that the old way, if I can say that almost now, way of account management or of how you manage the trade was very much visiting exhibitions, having road shows, doing events. And I'm not saying that they're all gone, because they will certainly come back. But as people are now working remotely, you're missing an opportunity to reach many, many more people. So it's a bit like you wouldn't just advertise on the TV, you'd advertise on radio, you'd also put your adverts in publications and so on. You do a whole mix. OTT is part of that. So what we are is your virtual account management tool. So by putting your information onto OTT in an e-learning context, you're now data capturing exactly who of the traders learning about your destination, on your airline, or your hotel. And then from that, you can then market directly to them. So all of the email addresses drop into an email tool. You can send them special offers. You can send them news and information. And also, because as we launch new courses pretty much every week, people are marketing their URLs of the courses constantly, bringing in new people. So then as new people come onto the UK or any of the other websites that we have, they then can see your information and they will do your training as well. So you're always constantly getting new people. So you're generating a micro audience of the people that have spent, you know, in probably New Deal Europe's case, because they're smaller courses, sort of 5 or 10 minutes learning about your brand. And they're more likely to sell you. And so from there, we have competitions and things which engage and make people want to learn more about your brand as well. So we call that sort of learn, inspire, connect. So learn is where you create the course, which sounds like a big deal to do, but it's not really that big a deal. It's like PowerPoint, uploading photos and videos and writing some text. Questions are answered at the end of it, and the agents get certificates. And then inspire is a marketing that we do on the platform. And then connect is really connecting using the email tool that I just described, and also a directory tool that we have too, where agents start to follow your brand. So that's our full service. We're sort of doing a more specialized service for the New Deal Academy specifically. It's more of a taster of the destinations and members that you have. And I think the organization is collectively collecting all the data and managing it all on behalf of members, is my understanding, and therefore then your marketing.
I mean, that's it's really exciting for us to be part of it. I mean, I think your colleague Angelica will show us the example you did with Bata, which is Bata, which is an example which will be similar to New Deal Europe one. So basically, we are building an academy under the umbrella of New Deal Europe, where our Balkan suppliers, being destinations or DMCs or airlines, can join us and can have their own courses, modules actually under us. So now we can see your platform. Can you maybe tell us more about how this looks for Bata and how it will look for us, for our partners in New Deal Europe?
Absolutely. So the big banner that you can see will literally be New Deal Europe, and that can be any imagery that you wish. Then there's a little bit of copy about New Deal Europe and your members. If you have a video, you can pop it there as well, which is fine. And then we come to the collection of courses, which.
So this is where our partners can have their position, yeah?
Yes, that's right. So the collection of courses, if maybe Angelica clicks on one, we call it a taste course. You'll see it's a one module or a one lesson course. So in that, again, it loads some lovely imagery about your destination. This one makes me laugh the most because of the girl swinging. And he's just sitting there looking, isn't he? It's funny. Anyway.
Yeah, but this is engagement. I mean, you engage people with funny and silly photos.
It does work, because Austria had the highest amount of attention and course passes on OTT in 2020, and Austria has such beauty, doesn't it? Mountains and streams and lakes and everything, and they chose to have a girl that did this. If you look at the Austria training course, you'll see this girl posed really funny on a chair. But so it makes me laugh every time I look at that. Anyhow, sorry, I don't want to lose time for you. So here we go. So you register on OTT and you click on the lesson, and Angelica is patiently going to go through the sort of information. So you read it through, photos and so on. Oh, little baby. Seems like I'm seeing this for the first time.
So anything that engages people, really. I mean, that's very important in travel industry. Also, I should say that the banners are very important. We can also tailor the main New Deal Europe banner, which can be for any of our destination partner, even as a sponsorship opportunity. They can put the logo there and everything. So it's really something to stand up in, as you would on the travel fair. in front of the agents, in front of the UK tourism industry, and basically build your module, build your course here where people can learn about you, and you can really showcase what's the strongest point you wanna show about your offer, your destination, your everything.
And then if you're testing that people have actually read the information that you've put together by asking a question. So it's almost like a brochure that you might have, and then you want to know, did they actually read your brochure? And because they answered a question correctly. And then finally, you'd like to know, well, who is that person that actually read my brochure? And this is what OTT can do as well. Well, certainly it will be telling New Deal Academy on behalf of the members who exactly has now engaged and passed the course, because once you've answered correctly, then a certificate downloads, which will have the New Deal branding. I'm not sure if it's co-branded, possibly. And then the agent gets that certificate.
Fantastic.
You get the data. Yeah.
And also we should mention there are also possibilities for incentives. Like if you there's always some incentives you can do, either some small coupons or farm trips or something. So it's a lot of engagement that can happen between the supplier and the agents on the other side. Yeah. So maybe we should just touch bases. What is the actual deal for our partners and for New Deal Europe with OTT? As we mentioned before in some of our press releases that we send out, and with the wonderful interview we did with your colleague Kenny on our blog, which we post every week on Medium and LinkedIn. Basically, we are offering free membership for half a year, a bit less now, so till the end of the 2021. So it's a period where you can build your profile, you can come here, you can test drive the OTT. You will have all the same arrangement as a paying partner, and then after the 2021 period, so this half a year of 5 months, we will offer you a special deal where you can work under the umbrella of New Deal Europe and have your profile on OTT and have a special deal through us, through our partnership. We are really excited for this opportunity, and so is I think OTT, and I think it's all goes with cooperation we do with Jacobs Media, and I think it's sort of industry helping each other, because obviously we need suppliers to come back, and we need to educate the agents in the UK, and so OTT needs to as well to come back and show the case where they're strong and what they're doing.
And just to add to that, there's no obligation to stay. Okay,
no.
This is literally the quicker you send your information into New Deal Europe and get your course live, the quicker you're live, and so that's a good incentive for you.
And more of you do this, it's better for us, because we can really show the whole region how diverse and everything is. And yes, Julia, thank you for mentioning it's no obligation whatsoever. We want to give you this opportunity to test this for this period, and then after this period you can choose if it works for you or if it doesn't work for you. My experience from way before, when I was working for Slovenian Tourist Board, was that this is probably the easiest way to reach all these hidden agents who are basically your promoters, who sell your product to the final buyer. So OTT really reaches all those agents who probably can't travel to London or Manchester or on a fun trips, but want to know more about your offer, your hotel, your destination, your hidden gems that you want to present there.
Yes, and you're also supporting New Deal Europe as a member, because the collection of course passes, or the people that are learning about your product, your destination,
exactly.
can then be used so that if you do your own events, as you mentioned, you can pull up everybody that's, say, from Manchester and say, we're going to be running a New Deal event, and you've got all the agency email information in time, that then you can contact those people and market to them, and then you know that they're high value because they have been learning about your members, and the members know that the people that are most likely to sell them are actually coming to the face-to-face event and more likely to engage. So everybody needs to work together. Unfortunately, you can't just, you've got to get stuck in.
Exactly. Exactly. So, because we don't have much time today, anybody who want to learn more about our partnership with OTT, feel free to email us to info@newdealeurope.com. And we also have a great cooperation with the OTT team. They're always happy to give us technical or any suggestion how to establish the profile and everything. So, Julia, thank you very much. Any last thought you want to say to our members and to us?
No, just that knowledge creates confidence, and confidence delivers sales. You nearly forgot.
Yeah, I know. So thank you so much, Julia. It's been really, really great to have you here.